Hello and welcome to Pillars of Wealth Creation, where we talk about creating financial success with a special focus on business and real estate. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer. Now, let's get to it.
Hey, I've been asked quite a bit lately what I'm doing in the market. If I'm buying, what am I buying? And what are my thoughts? Should we be buying as investors, or should we just be holding still? And recently I was asked that on Facebook on one of my lives. Somebody said, "Hey, I'd like you to cover your thoughts on the market and whether you're buying or not, whether now is a good time to buy or not." And that was Matt Jennison. But plenty of people have asked me that lately, and it's just a lot of talk that we've had, and I've had talk with a lot of other investors on it. And so I'm just putting my thoughts together. First of all, there's really no right or wrong answer. I'm still looking at deals. Now, I'm being very critical of them. I haven't actually put any offers in since this market shifted, since COVID kind of came about. Obviously, we're in a totally different situation than we were just a few months ago, right? And so there's just a lack of clarity, and I think that's the biggest thing. Where is the market going to go is really the biggest question. We've got a lot of funny money hanging out there. Big Brother's just pumping it out, and when's that going to end, and what does that look like? We've got an election coming up, and that's going to play into the whole role of kind of where the market's going to go and how quickly it's going to go. So I think there's still a lot of question marks, and so that's why it's difficult right now to buy. So I don't want to tell you don't buy, but I'm being extremely cautious. Now, I've got a few deals that I'm looking at. I've got one in particular that I'm actually kind of excited about digging in and likely going to be making an offer. But at the same time, I'm being really careful, and I'll be very surprised actually if I get it. You never know. But here's the thing. In this market, in this environment, we've seen this before, right? We've seen massive unemployment, and we've seen how it's played out. And how it's typically played out is people lose a lot of money. And I don't want to be the one losing a lot of money. I don't want to have my investors lose a lot of money. So we want to be careful. We want to be super careful right now until we get some clarity and understand. And here's the thing. We've got this pull, right? This tug of war between sellers and buyers. Sellers want top of the market. They don't want to give you a discount. They don't have any pain that's happened. The government money is still flowing. They've got no pain, right? They've gotten either the PPP loans. They've got tenants that have gotten all this extra money that are able to pay them. So they're getting paid. They've got the money. They haven't had pain. But we as buyers, we see what's going on in the market. We see that, look, unemployment, it's at 13.3%, and there was celebrating for that. But that's huge. That's a huge number. And so there's going to be pain. We're waiting for that to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So for right now, for me, I'm being extremely cautious, extremely patient. I'm willing to wait it out. I'm willing to wait, and it might be 6 to 12 months and maybe even more. I think there's a lot of companies that are going to be able to withstand this through the end of the year, and then we'll see the dominoes start to fall. We're going to see it in different areas. Multifamily might not get hit as bad. Is it going to get affected? Sure. Are we going to see still some blood on the streets? I think absolutely. But where we might see some real blood on the streets, call it that, is in retail and hospitality, potentially even office, right? We've got some other sectors that are seeing some big weaknesses. And if you're in those sectors, I would say don't even think about buying right now, because opportunity is going to be coming down the pipeline very soon. And by soon, again, might be 12 months. I think as we're underwriting, we've got to look at a couple things. We've got to really not count on a lot of profit, right? We don't want to count on having rents go way up, and we don't want to count on cap rates really changing. I think that's going to be a fact. Next week, I'm going to hit up asset management. I had Andrew McGregor. He'd asked me about asset management, and that's a big topic, and it's ignored a lot. So I'm going to talk a lot about asset management, what that looks like, and how we can become good asset managers market and in future markets. If you've got any other questions, if you've got any other topics, let me know what you want to cover. If you want me to dig more into my thoughts on the economy, I definitely can. I've got a lot of thoughts. Whether they're right or they're wrong, I'm not sure, but I've got a lot of thoughts on what's going on. So if you want me to talk more, shout out, let me know. And yeah, look, I'm happy to cover it.